You can be surrounded by people, yet feel completely alone. You can live a long life, yet carry emptiness like a shadow that follows you everywhere. And sometimes, the silence in the room is so loud, it screams louder than words ever could. If you're over 60, and you've felt this kind of loneliness, you are not alone. But there is something powerful you can do about it. This video will change the way you look at loneliness forever. Stay with us. Let's be honest. Growing old comes with many beautiful things: wisdom, stories, grandchildren, and freedom. But it also brings goodbyes. Friends move away. Spouses pass on. Children grow busy. And slowly, the noise fades. The phone rings less. The doorbell rarely sounds. And days begin to blur together. According to the CDC, over 1/3 of adults aged 60 plus experience frequent loneliness. But what's worse? Chronic loneliness doesn't just hurt emotionally, it's linked to heart disease, depression, dementia, and even early death. So let's not treat it like something to ignore. Let's treat it like something we can heal. Loneliness in old age isn't always about being alone. Sometimes, it's about feeling invisible. It's the sense that no one truly sees you anymore. Or that your purpose has faded. That your days no longer hold meaning beyond routine. And you start asking questions. Do I matter? Does anyone need me anymore? Is this it now? Let's talk about that. Because understanding where loneliness comes from is the first step to defeating it. Researchers at Harvard found that the quality of your relationships, not your money, not your career, is the #1 predictor of happiness and health in older age. Another study by AARP showed that seniors who maintain social connections are 30% less likely to suffer from memory loss or depression. What does this mean for you? It means that even one good friend, one regular connection, one reason to wake up with excitement, can change everything. Let's go deeper into how you can find those moments again. Purpose is the antidote to loneliness. When you have a reason to wake up, to contribute, to help, to create, to be present, loneliness loses its grip. Ask yourself, what do I still love to do? What did I once dream of doing but never tried? Who could benefit from my wisdom today? You are not done. If you're 70, 80, or 90, your story still has chapters left. And you can still inspire, teach, or guide someone. Start small, volunteer 1 day a week, call someone once a day. Share one memory with a grandchild. Purpose doesn't need to be big, it just needs to be. Community is not about crowds, it's about connection. Find one local club, one community group, or even a virtual gathering of seniors who share your values. Many libraries host book clubs. Churches and mosques host social gatherings. Senior centers have painting classes, walking clubs, cooking days, and support groups. You just need to show up once. Loneliness tells you to stay inside. Connection begins the moment you step outside that door. Sometimes, healing doesn't require making new friends. It starts by reaching out to old ones. That friend from 30 years ago. That cousin you lost touch with. That neighbor who moved across town. You'd be surprised how many people are also feeling lonely. Take the first step. Write the message. Make the call. Send the card. Reconnection is one of the most powerful medicines for the aging soul. You may not be able to bring back a person you lost. But sometimes, a furry friend can fill that quiet space with warmth. Pets don't just offer companionship, they lower blood pressure, reduce stress, and add joy to the day. Whether it's a dog, cat, bird, or even a fish, they remind us that life is still vibrant, still curious, still full of unconditional love. Let's make this practical. Here are a few rituals to build into your day to keep loneliness at bay. Morning sunlight. 10 minutes of sun every morning boosts mood and regulates sleep. Movement. A short daily walk gets your heart, and your thoughts, flowing. Call list, write down 3 people to check in with each week. Creative outlet, paint, write, knit, garden. Let your inner child play. Gratitude journal, end your day by writing 3 things you're thankful for. It rewires the brain to feel connected. Loneliness isn't always solved by others. Sometimes, it's healed by deepening your connection with yourself. Faith, meditation, prayer, reflection. These are not just spiritual practices, they are lifelines. They remind you that even when the world is quiet, you are never truly alone. The universe, or God, or your inner self, is listening. All it takes is a moment of silence, spoken with intention. Let me tell you a few real stories. Eleanor, 78, lost her husband and sank into depression. But one Sunday, she walked into a senior dance class, and now teaches others how to waltz. Harold, 82, hadn't spoken to his son in years. One email later, they now talk every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Gloria, 74, adopted a cat from a shelter. She says the cat saved her life, not the other way around. These aren't just stories. They're proof. Proof that it's never too late to reconnect, to love, to feel alive again. You might be retired, but your value hasn't retired. You have something younger generations desperately need. Patience, perspective, strength, stories, wisdom. You are not a burden. You are a blessing. Find one young person to mentor, one struggling soul to comfort. Your voice still matters. Use it. You were once a laughing, dancing, curious child. That child is still in you. Revisit joy. Sing. Dance. Bake. Go for ice cream. Write poetry. Watch cartoons. Build something. Loneliness loses power when you give life permission to be lighthearted again. You may not wake up tomorrow and feel magically connected. But if you take one step today, and another tomorrow, over time, your life will shift. Healing is a process. So be gentle. One smile. One conversation. One memory at a time. If this message touched your heart, don't just let it fade into the background. Take one action today. Call someone. Go for a walk. Say hello to your neighbor. Adopt a pet. Join a club. Pray. Laugh. Live. And if no one has told you this recently, you matter. You are loved. And your story is not over. If you want more peace, purpose, and power in your life, write pointing finger emoji. Subscribe to the Wisdom Bench, where your voice is heard, your heart is seen, and your soul is never alone.